This week we cut the cheese in Wisconsin.
We get small town vibes in Minnesota.
We spend 5 days dry camping in the new rig.
And we roll the wheels back through time.
So be sure to check out this adventure. In case you're new to our channel, we're Mike and Amy, and we have been full-time RVing all across the country for over 3 years. And today is our adventure.
I think the apple smoked garlic or just the apple smoked cheddar.
I would say apple smoked cheddar.
Some damage there. Certainly going to be the one we try. Interesting.
I like it. Pretty darn tasty.
Are you ready to go on travel day? Not sure. I'm not sure either. Oof. Let's see what we've got in our cooler. I'm fixing sandwiches again, which means travel day. I hope I sound more enthused than I feel.
We're tired of having these fall down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw them to the wall. We were trying not to use screws, but we just decided we were done with it. And we're going to put the screws in right here. There we go. And we'll do the same with the other one.
Yay!
Woo, no more falling down now.
So to round off our day tomorrow, I have some sliced apples for us for snack, as well as these single serving cheeses. We're in Wisconsin, y'all, so I'm super excited to try these. We've got some Havarti as well as some Gouda to go with our sliced apples. Hashtag RV life. Yay! My little supervisor who's been supervising everything, been very helpful, but staying out of the way. Gonna get a little snack there. We're gonna go out and check on Mike and see what he is up to.
Right now, what I need to do is dump the tanks because we are going to a place that is not got water or sewer. We are going to Plum Creek. Let's get these tanks dumped. Hashtag let her rip. Yeah, something weird show up last night. Like I put my normal amount of water in the black tank and it went, which usually shows about 1/3, and now this morning it shows we're 2/3 full. Pretty steep increase overnight. I'm guessing it's not accurate though, because there's not really much coming out more than what would just go into the hose. Have you guys ever, put in the comments below, have you ever had your black tank gain fluid when there wasn't any in there? Hope there's nothing leaking into it. I don't think there is. I think it's just the sensors. Yeah, we're flushing the black tank. I put a quick connect on here and on my 0G hose here so that I could flush the black tanks really easily. I think that works out pretty well.
We are headed to Plum Creek, Minnesota. I'm so excited, y'all. I have always wanted to see where Laura Ingalls grew up. And while there's not still a building standing, there's still the place where the dugout was, and they have since, replanted the native grasses all around. So you still get that feel of seeing what Laura saw when she was a child. I'm really excited for that. I think there's also a museum there, and we're going to be staying at a campground close by. It's called Plum Creek RV Park and Campground.
It's dry camping.
Here, I'll take the hose out of your way.
Why?
Took it off. Well, but we do have electricity, and there is a water and dump station at the park. So while we don't have water sewer hookups, we've done worse. Now, this is the first time we will be dry camping in this RV for this extended time. So I'm excited to see how we do with that, how this is kind of a trial period because we can only get 5 days at this campground. So it's going to be a good sampling for us of how much water we use in this RV and how much sewer we use and whether or not we'll be able to make it for a week, because we've got a lot of campgrounds planned for a week long with no hookups. Wait. Ready? Okay, up. Good girl.
Turn right on 110th Street.
Oh, but this is Plum Creek. This is the creek. So I just asked Mike if we still had that RV following us. Or I said, we still have that RV behind us, and he said,
Yeah, it's right.
And I said, I don't see it. And he said,
It's right there.
I'm like, no, the RV that was following us. And he said, oh.
No, they're gone.
They're gone. I certainly hope we still have the RV behind us. If not, we're missing something. It says we're closed. So this is our check-in map. Park office is here, and we are in 55, which is here.
Take the first right, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 rows over.
Yeah. All right. So it's potable water there. And here. What are you doing? Are we on the move? It's an adventure, it is! To battle! What you doing?
I'm cleaning the air filter because it's dirty.
Ooh, gross.
Do that. We have added another state to our map. Another state.
Making coffee. I am making the Door Country Jamaican Me Crazy. I figured that might be appropriate today.
Might be. We are at the museum. Going.
We're not yet.
No.
Apparently, there's something going on.
Selfie. Amy epically climbing into the wagon.
See? Us as Mom Pa.
Now you guys know why it takes us so long to do anything.
Are you pointing it at me?
It's not like I have to set anything up, ever. Yeah, I guess.
How cool. this is an image of the Pippin County House. And that's in Wisconsin. See in your grandma's house. The house was built in 1890, 11 years after the Ingalls left for Dakota Territory, and is significant to Walnut Grove because of the rear onion dome tower. You gotta try on. Well, you don't have to. I have to. I'm sorry, it's not a fire. Cool. Yeah. Wood from the.
That's pretty cool.
The wood. Make it hotter. It's the warming oven. Well, here's the dugout. The dugout replica was constructed, according to Laura's description in her book, on the banks of Plum Creek. It should be noted that our dugout is above ground, whereas hers would obviously have been in the creek bank. There's not even room for her to sit. There's hardly room. And I don't know how the drawers came out. Like, think about the big skirts and how they would even manage to get back here. Alright, so some fun facts coming at you.
Yep.
How far do you think that the wagon typically traveled in a day?
We talked about this before.
It did.
Up to 20 miles.
They say here, on average, 2 miles, up to 15 miles on a good day. So y'all think about that.
2 miles.
2 miles or up to 15 on a good day. So a good travel day was 15.
It could take a half a year to get anywhere.
Yeah, totally could. Most of them, not surprisingly, traveled in the spring and summer. Now, here's another fun fact. How much do you think they recommended that each adult pack for flour for their trip?
I would say at least 20 pounds, 25 pounds.
Okay, how much salt per adult?
Oh, that would be more. That would be like probably 50 pounds of salt.
Less salt per person, but still, I thought it was a lot. 10 pounds of salt per person. And 200 pounds of flour per adult. Per adult! Y'all talk about being overweight, like for
RV travel.
RV travel.
Yeah.
Like, you start thinking about that, and 10 pounds of salt and 200 pounds per adult. So that means we would need 400 pounds of flour and 20 pounds of salt, plus all the other things. That's just a couple of things I put. And you're right, they said that the average size for the wagon,
10 square feet.
10 by 4.
So 40 square feet.
40 square feet for an entire family.
Wow.
Yeah, no wonder they all got out and walked, and they only went 2 miles a day. We are on our way back into town to grab a quick bite of breakfast and go to the local cafe to use some of their Wi-Fi. As our viewers, you know how it is, like, we're traveling around all the time, so we don't really have a lot of time to put down roots. But let me tell you, small towns are just a different vibe. We went to the coffee shop and got some delicious coffee and scones, and we feel like we already know, you know, like, we spent like 5 minutes there, we feel like we already know everybody. I mean, we know people by name, you know, we wave at people. It's just a very different vibe, y'all. So if you're ever feeling a little bit like out of place and you need a place that feels like home in a hurry, go to a small town. It's fantastic. I may have gotten more coffee samples.
We're in Walnut Grove.
At Half Pint Coffee Shop.
And we stopped here to get some coffee and use some of their internet that's free.
They have been amazing hosts for us. Crystal has been awesome, and yeah, the scones were delish as well as the coffee. I really like the coffee.
Coffee was really good. I had my favorite chai latte here, dirty chai latte.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I got the chai scones.
Look at the Laura Ingalls Wilder Dugout site. The three of us. What was the dugout like? The following excerpt from On the Banks of Plum Creek was illustrated by Garth Williams, who visited here in 1947.
Laura went under those singing flowers into the dugout. It was one room, all white. The earth walls had been smooth and whitewashed. The earth floor was smooth and hard. When Ma and Mary stood in the doorway, the light went dim. There was a small greased paper window beside the door, but the wall was so thick that the light from the window stayed near the window. So this small depression behind us is what is left of the dugout from Laura Ingalls on the banks of Plum Creek. This is the home that they had here on the banks of Plum Creek. The ceiling has fallen and everything that's left of the house has gone except for this footprint of where it used to be. But you can still see the beautiful river as well as the prairie grasses that have been planted in the background, and it's very similar to what it was like during Laura's day. I mean, really, how cute is this town? On a scale of 1 to adorableness overload.
Overload.
I think it might be. I'm feeling a little overloaded.
I think we are. I don't know if you know this, Amy, but our roasted coconut juice contains coconut. That's a shocker, I know.
Say it ain't so.
I'm afraid it is.
Enjoying our deck.
Very tasty.
Found out that the Peplink router doesn't support running two SIM cards at the same time. It has two slots, but you have to switch them between the two of them. Like if we got a SIM card, we'd have to switch between it and Verizon based on which one has more data or which one's better service, which is, advantages.
It does have advantages.
We've been dry camping for 5 days now, and we just got done taking showers tonight, and I think I need to check the water level to see how we did. Oh, well, it's pretty good. We still got a third of a tank of water, and we're not doing too bad. Third of a tank on all the gray tanks.
So this bodes well for our dry camping
It does.
plan later this year.
When they get to the next dry camping location, we plan to spend a whole week there. So that'll be a real test. We may actually have to go get fresh water. To make sure that you don't miss a moment of this adventure and to see if we can actually survive for a whole week with our tanks and not filling them up or overflowing them or anything, make sure you hit that like and the subscribe button. Not only does it help our channel out, but it's free. But you get to join us on our adventure. Next week, will we be eating crow or getting a selfie with it?
We camp at a zoo?
We go through Alexa's portal and go on a new troll hunt.
But do we find the elusive golden rabbit? You're going to have to tune in next week to find out.